Welcome to LFFL Primetime, the fastest 5 minutes in the LFFL universe. We're going to get caught up on what to watch for tonight. We have a great game on tap for Monday Night Football with a lot still in play in our leagues because of the high scoring fantasy players that are coming up tonight. So let's get started in the original league where our original league champion still very much in play tonight. Greg, your current leader, it's 6-1, 102 points with the Bengals defense. But look at this 1991 champion, three-time champion, Matt Merrill threatening to come back on him. 75 points with Joe Burrow, Tyler Boyd, the little Kaufman connection, and the Browns defense. Very much in play right there. Matt, 4-3, desperately, I shouldn't say desperately, could absolutely use the win to keep solidifying his playoff spot. Eric, 147, Bill, 134. Joe Mixon left for Bill. This game very much in play as well. And this could come down to touchdowns, right? It's Burrow throwing them, it's Mixon running them. We will see this evening. Miles, a 136-63 lead over Andy, who still brings a lot of Browns to the table. Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper down for Peoples-Jones. So Browns score a lot of points. Maybe Andy can come back and get this one. And then finally, Josh tops 200 points. Congratulations, Josh. More on that 200-point effort on Wednesday. Phil, 123 with T. Higgins. Looks like a Josh win there. I have already achieved the win. Take that, Todd. Yeah, that's for me losing 4 basketball titles in high school. LFFL2, what to watch for tonight, still to be decided. Battle of first place teams over here. Eric, 65 points with T. Higgins still left. Bill, 55 points with Kareem Hunt. In a touchdown heavy league, Kareem Hunt is always a threat to score a couple of them. So this game, I think you'd rather be Eric with the 65 points, but very much in play. I have a 74-50 lead over Phil, who has Joe Burrow. I do think Joe Burrow might have had 24 points in like the first quarter last week, so we'll see what happens there. The Merrill, 63 points with Jamar Chase, who I'm thinking is probably a 0, against Todd with 47 and Donovan Peoples-Jones. Miles, 80, Sean, 31. This one appears to be over. All have players to play. Greg has already won in this league. LFFL 3 still to be decided over Eric, 90 points with Joe Burrow. Phil, 77 with Joe Mixon. Obviously, you like Eric's chances here. However, if Mixon has all the touchdowns and Burrow doesn't, Phil could certainly come back and win this game. We've got another close one with Matt Merrill involved. Bill, 100 points with Nick Chubb. Matt, 90 with Kareem Hunt and Tyler Boyd. I can just envision it right now. Nick Chubb runs it down to the 2, and Kareem Hunt runs it in. Sounds like something the Browns would do, and I'm sure that would annoy Bill to no end at all. Greg, 94 to Amari Cooper with Amari Cooper left. Matt Brennan, 73 with T. Higgins available. And then finally, Miles, a 110-72 lead over Todd, who has Donovan Peoples-Jones in this league as well. Sean and Nate have already entered the winner's locker room in this league. Alpha 4, congratulations to my main man, Todd. 108.35 points, his first showdown win of the season. Nate coming in second at 84.03, touching me out in third at 82.93. My brother right behind me at 81.97. Updated standings, Nate, comfortable lead at this point, 55. Greg, 43. Eric, 41. And so on down the line. What to watch for in the LFFL 5, still to be decided. I put down here playoffs. Eric and I have already won. Eric and I were already winning, leading the league to begin with. Phil and Greg are the other teams in playoff spots. They're like 2 games ahead of the next closest people. So this Bill-Phil game is an important game for a lot of people in this league. Bill, 224. Phil, 192 with T. Higgins. You like Bill's chances to win. It would really help the Chase pack out in making a playoff push. Greg also still technically a chance to lose. Obviously, a 224 to 193 lead with Nick Chubb is a good place to be. Sean does have Tyler Boyd. And then Andy, 147 with Logan Wilson. Nate, 92 with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. You guys like your Jamar Chase, man. I know he's a good player, but we should probably get him out of these lineups if he's not playing for the next few weeks. Eric and myself have already won, as I mentioned earlier. LFFL 7, here's your guillotine line. Your actual lowest scoring finished team right now is Phil, 193.8. So we're really going to focus on the bottom 3 teams because the elimination is going to be one of these 3 teams almost certainly. Josh, 103.3. Still has Nick Chubb, who's replacing a 0, and the Browns defense, but they have to get over 18, so that's not too likely. So he would need Nick Chubb to absolutely go off. The problem is if Nick Chubb goes off, Matt Brennan at 128.7 is the next closest team, still has T. Higgins, who is also replacing a 0. So I'm thinking Josh is most likely to look like Stanley this week. The lowest scoring team with a player I don't think is going to have a major impact in the game at this point is Nate, 141.3, Dearness Johnson, who needs to replace only 1.7 points, but Dearness Johnson might score that. So what I'm telling you is Josh and Matt Brennan need big nights. Nate potentially on the guillotine line. So we'll see where we go. And then finally, the LFFL 9. Let's look at your Elite 8 scores. Yes, that is not a typo. I did indeed have basically all the good players in the league on that KC2 team. I have 275.3 with one player still to play. Now I have a big lead over Nate, 2, the number 8 seed at 155.8, and he is done for the week. Number 2, Greg 2 at 189.2 points, has one player available. Number 10 seed, Miles at 163.8, has two players available this evening. Number 3, Casey, a 194.7 week and finished against number 11, Todd, who didn't fare so well this week, 127.3, but does have two players left to continue to close that gap. And then finally, our most competitive game of the week was down here. Number 5, Bill won at 175.8 with a player left. Number 13, Phil won at 189.3 with nobody left. I do believe that Bill player counts. Is just replacing a 0. So we'll see what happens here. Should be a super fun week. Very exciting. Enjoy the game tonight. I wish you all very much success. We'll talk to you later this week with the recap show.